circle, and he's like, just go hold it. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm holding this thing, and it's just like spinning in a fucking yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then it just sucked back up onto the roof, and then when it got back into the stack, it was just spinning fucking like a helicopter. It went down. It's crazy.
That shit's wild. So you had to hold the helicopter blade?
While it was going up the side of the wall, I kind of did.
Wow.
Like a little bit. A little bit.
But somehow everything was still clogged.
Well, yeah, he couldn't understand. He was blown away. Actually, that the fucking that the thing
Snake
he was
maybe.
blown away that the thing that happened.
Dude, they must
story
have
I was
some
telling,
like,
he was like, that was fucked up. He couldn't understand it. Yeah.
it came out the roof? How's the plumbing work there?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
What? What? Where's all the poo go?
It's whack. It's whack.
That's
well,
awesome.
That was problem. Yeah. Yeah, then I had to crawl under there, and I fucking open up the drain, and just like, water and shit, flew in my face. It's just coming out like full speed, like because of the weight of the gravity, it comes out just like a sink tap, except it's
the pressures,
a 3-inch pipe,
yeah,
just toilet paper and shit, and you're just sitting there, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, you look like Joe Dirt when they're like hit the guy hits the top of the fucking rocket thing. He's like, I'm gonna blow it up if you don't show me your boobies. And the girls show him their boobs, and then the cop comes and he's like, that's just an old shit tank. And he knocks the top, and poo just flies out of it and falls all over Joe Dirt. And oh man, Joe Dirt with David Spade's a great movie. And at the very start, that poop rock he has, that's like an asteroid he found, and they're like, yeah, that's poop. Yeah, that fell from a helicopter, from an airplane. It's just crystallized blue shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, fucking awesome. Yeah, he brings it around on a wagon like his whole childhood. Oh man, such a fucking great movie. David Spade kills it.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Is that David Spade?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
whatever streaming service it's on, go there if you're a narc. Otherwise, stream it illegally or torrent it. Yeah, but yeah, everyone should probably watch Joe Dirt. I'd highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
If you're looking for a good comedy, classic comedy. But yeah, welcome to the Rap Drugs Pod.
Yeah, Rap Drugs Pod.
Coming to you on a Tuesday. And despite our title, we'll probably stick with the Sundays.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that's why we appreciate you for tuning in and coming back. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you're on YouTube like a dummy, like the 7 of you are, hit the bell. But yeah, all you audio listeners, we appreciate the Apple 5 stars. If you're on Spotify for Joe Rogan or whatever your beef be, more power to you. But yeah, anyone with an Apple device, or like your girlfriend or your neighbor's got an Apple device, just like open up their podcast app and give us a 5-star review, and maybe draw like a big 8, like == D, going into like a 3. That's a pretty good one. It looks like a dick going into a butt, but the dick's like bigger than the butt. Yeah.
That sounds pretty crazy, Jay.
Internet comedy, yeah. Amazon won't let you post those reviews. And IG's been cracking down too. But nothing is worse than how YouTube treats
China. Oh yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, China. Exactly though. That's basically how it is though. They like gotta be good to China.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the FBI, CIA, they don't want us debunking QAnon. They're like, hey, we got a good thing going here. Don't fuck up our psyop.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. It's where you get all the if you get all your breaking news from Q, you're like nothing wrong with that. If you storm the Capitol, well, watch out for the FBI, CIA coming for you.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we'll be back. We'll be back. YouTube can't shadow ban us forever,
Yeah.
although they might try.
They can. They
We're-
can easily. We keep
That's true.
appealing and they're not doing anything.
That's true. That's true. They just delete our videos and make them 18 plus, and
Yeah.
can't find them in search.
And park vans outside my house. I know that's them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they got the YouTube logo on the side, so that's a dead giveaway. Fucking trying to advertise now that they're competing against all these streaming services. You gotta know, like, if you're getting shit for free, you're the product. And didn't YouTube stop all the ad blockers? If you run an ad blocker, if you are on YouTube, highly recommended.
Yeah, I
That
don't
way,
know.
whoever you're watching on YouTube doesn't get their money.
Yeah.
Gets their shit together, and Joe Rogan's it to a better life. But yeah, with the anniversary of like all the COVID lockdown, we just want to take a moment to respect to all the billionaires who made billions of dollars during this lockdown. So everyone get on one knee and pray to Satan that the
Crazy.
billionaires keep it up for another year at least.
Yeah. Beelzebub.
Elon Musk
Like,
isn't going to stop though, no matter what. He's switching all his assets over to Bitcoin.
Is he?
Yeah, man, he's been going
No
ham
way.
on the Bitcoin.
Should we get into the Bitcoin?
Not
we should have got.
You can send us Bitcoin at the email below, and we'll tell you what our wallet is. But I don't think it's worth it to get into Bitcoin at this point, unless you
People
got
keep
money to
saying that
lose.
every year, and then every year they're like, "Fuck, I should have got in last year."
Yeah, well, the good thing is for the people that invested in 2018, if you held, it's now been up like 150% from
Yeah.
like the crash price. But if you bought at the bottom of the next crash, you made like $50,000. Like depending how much Bitcoin you got, for example, if you got like $2,000.
Oh, is it crash? I thought it just kept going up. I was under the impression for like the last 10 years, it's just been going up.
No. Well, it was for a really long time, and then in 2018 there was a crash. It went down to about a few grand, give or take, depending what exchange you use and how much fees you got to pay, and if you had it.
How much is a Bitcoin worth now?
I think it's like 60,000, 50,000
for one coin.
Yeah, so most people just buy fractions of a coin. It's worth 70,000 Canadian. So in real money, let's look up the US dollars.
Yo, that's crazy though. That's like.
So yeah, on the Russian ruble, it's for all of the Russians listening out there, 4.1 million. And for you Saudis, the Saudi real, it's 210,000, 211,000.
I don't know any of those.
But yeah,
give me some European numbers.
Okay.
I
Do
know
you want it in barrels of oil or United States dollars?
United States dollars.
Yeah, $56,220.
56,000.
Yeah, it was up over 60,000 though.
How much in barrels of oil?
Barrels of oil are like 35 at this point. Let's see this.
I thought you had it ready there.
No, Google's not good like that. They don't even give you the crude oil price on their website. You have to go to like another website. So crude 65 a barrel. So let's see this. 56,000 divided by 65. So it's 860 barrels of oil, crude oil. So it's like, I don't know, chump change for a Saudi prince. I got that on me.
Nice. Yeah.
I got that on me right now, as Future would say. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. If you want to buy a fraction of a coin for like whatever you'd invest in the stock market, or something's even stupider like property, like then yeah, feel free to. But once the Chinese buy up all the property, you're gonna be upset that you fucking have to live next to them, unless you're not racist, because you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're not upset that the Chinese. We're just upset that they're buying all the goddamn homes, Jason. Don't be
yeah.
don't be don't be dick. Don't confuse the situation.
Then why are we calling them the C word?
if they were Indians, if they were Africans, I wouldn't mind Europeans buying up all these homes.
Facts. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Depends if they're also part of another dictator communist regime or not.
Right.
But yeah, when the
Are-
state's the one letting
Are
you
we
leave
currently
the
for or
country,
against it?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not. I'm not down with it.
Have we bombed you in the last like 60 years since World War II?
Yeah, exactly.
And
No
when we bombed
burns,
you,
no.
is your government now sworn allegiance to the United States? If not,
Yeah, yeah. If not, you can swear allegiance now, or
yeah.
not allowed to buy property here. But yeah, it's scary to think, man. If all this property's for sale, except for like the national parks and the government buildings, like what's gonna happen to the rest of us? When
What do you mean? You
like
really think
either
they're gonna do that?
I don't know, man. If property's worth so much money, it would be insane not to. Like think of the returns you can get on
Yeah, but
property in
couldn't the
some
government
places.
just stop them?
Yes, yes.
You know, isn't that
But they
what they want
couldn't
to
take
do?
away the that would ruin
You know,
everyone's
that's how they
property
formed
rights.
Israel,
That
eh?
would ruin everyone's property rights.
Did you know that? That's how they
What?
formed Israel.
No, I
They did
didn't.
it over the course of like 70 years. They just bought all the land. That's what I understand at
Nice.
least.
The
That was
Rothschild.
the start of it. Not the Rothschilds, you dick. The Zionists. Zionist Jews.
The original Rothschilds.
Yeah. You know those people at the like super anti-Semitic are always yelling about the Zionist Jews.
Yeah.
Those people, they bought it all up. They just like since like before World War One, they just started like they were just like going there and they were buying land, and the government kept trying to stop them. The Ottoman Empire, and then the British, and then the I don't know. No, I guess just the British, the Ottoman Empire, then the British. They just
Yeah.
kept trying to stop them, and they just couldn't. And eventually, they owned 50% of Israel.
Wow. That's crazy. Because what from what I have is there was like the British Mandate of Palestine from 1920 to 1948,
Yeah. Well, there was like
and then there was a war for them to get out. But you're saying at one
yeah.
point in time?
Well, there was various like stages to this whole thing. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
they
yeah.
kept like yeah, because they had to repeatedly do it. They just like
I think that's what you should
kept
just like.
trying to do it the right way, and like no one was like for it.
Yeah,
So they just had to keep like coming back with like all these things, you know?
the smartest thing to do is definitely buy all the property on the other side of the border,
Yeah,
and then
man.
just move your border, and then
Like
buy
that's
all
what
the
I would
property
do.
on the other side of the border again,
Yeah.
and move your border a little. I'm thinking of
Or
doing that
I
on
love
the
I
Detroit
love the
side of the
what's that?
Windsor. Gonna do it on
Yeah,
the Detroit side of Windsor so I can own the waterways and set up a sick toll.
that
You
makes
want
total
to pass through here? $5,000.
that definitely makes lots of sense, Jason.
I'll bring in
Definitely
some
how it
Somali
works.
pirates to run it for me.
That's definitely how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Exactly. I mean, it will be an act of war, and the U.S. will like drone strike me, but you could probably do it to some pussy country, like I don't know, France,
yeah.
Beirut. What are they gonna do? Call France? Oh, come help us. Probably do it in some African country,
Yeah.
finance all the ports, and then run up asset prices and cause some issues, and
Yeah, man.
then
There's
take
probably
them away
cheap,
when they default.
there's probably cheap ports in Somalia
Yeah, yeah,
where all
exactly.
the pirates are.
Yeah. I'm going to befriend them, Todd, because of this setup I've been going. The Wizard of Toke. Just think it would be sick to own part of the river.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
You know where
Crazy.
the real estate's opening up? Have you heard about the channel? What do you call it? The Northern Channel or whatever? The fucking in
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
You heard about that opening up and it's becoming like a hot button political issue
What?
where like Canada, I don't know if
People are
it
buying
was,
property up there?
well, no, not buy a property, just
Oh,
like the use of it. Like
oh,
Canada is
they're
like we
allowing
own
people
it.
to pass.
Canada's like we own it, and then like the United States is like, no, it should be like the Panama Canal where it's like anyone can go through it anytime.
Now that it's open?
Now that it's opening up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, why
The
not?
Northern Passage. Cause man, fuck that. We want to have military boats controlling the whole area.
That's true. I mean, that's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, the
Let's
thing
just
was
park our boats
like
sideways so no one can get into it. We'll just fucking
I,
bring a boat into there
I
and set her sideways. Boom. Gotta
I know
smash through us. Act of
it
war
seems
to get in.
it seems super weird. It's like politics seems super petty a lot of times. Like America, their like solution to dealing with this was just like drive a military boat through the passage without telling Canada. And just like
Sick,
to see what happened, you know?
sick.
We were like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
try it, buddy.
We were
Please
like,
don't do that. Oh,
please
we're
don't.
doing it. Try it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's Canadians outside of Toronto. Like they'll cock their gun after they ask you nicely not to do it.
Oh yeah, man. They got a lot of guns out here. I don't know. Have I told you that? Fuck.
Oh, makes sense though.
So many
Everyone's hunting.
so many times. Yeah, but there's no like big game out here. And
No,
everyone's got like a
not on the island, but
no. They all
if
have
you get
a
off the
shotgun
island,
and a rifle next to the toilet. Right
that
next to the
yeah,
toilet.
yeah, the way they that's crazy. Not having it in a gun safe.
Yeah, nobody does. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Next to the toilet.
yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Whenever
then you
you
gotta
use
like
someone's
move it. And then
bathroom,
you gotta move it.
that's
While
awesome.
fixing their toilets.
That's awesome.
No,
That's
that
just,
hasn't happened. It's not that extreme. They're around though. It
oh
scares
yeah,
me. I'm scared of them. I
yeah.
get scared.
Don't you
When I
have
see
your
a
gun
police
license?
officer, I get scared.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I know how to operate and murder people, but I
the,
can't. I don't like doing it.
the
I
open,
don't like shooting people.
yeah,
But
I don't
that's
like
scary.
the open carry is a bit intimidating, like it's supposed to be.
Hey, Jason, have you ever eaten a cow? You've eaten. I
Yeah,
know you don't anymore, but you have
yeah.
in the past, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Does it hurt to get eaten? Would you know what it's like? Do you know what it feels like to get eaten? Are you scared of getting eaten? That's the question I'm trying to ask.
Nah. I
You're
mean,
not scared of
alive,
getting eaten,
yeah,
but you've eaten
alive, that
cows.
would be rough.
I've shot a gun. I'm still scared of getting shot, you know?
Yeah, fair.
You know what I'm
fair,
trying to
fair.
say? Do you know
Yeah,
the point I'm
exactly,
making?
exactly.
I didn't make it very good, but
Yeah,
I was trying to get to something there.
you're on one.
You're on one. I'm on a tip.
But yeah, man, I think I never really had a passion to shoot a gun, but since we were talking about boats and shit, like I would definitely join the Navy to get to the submarines. Like, but it would
Did
be
you
it
just
would
come out of
suck
the
to get
closet?
fucked.
It would suck to get
Yeah,
you beat me to the gay joke.
yeah, exactly. Maybe a suck for a suck if that'll get me to the submarine, but
You
once
just
I
want to
gotta
ride
take
this
it in the
summer.
booty hole, that's not good.
You could also just work for like a Spanish drug cartel, you know.
Nice, yeah.
I heard a couple stories about them buying submarines or
Oh,
trying to.
sick,
Yeah, I ever tell. Oh, I should tell
sick.
this story. I was
Yeah,
watching a documentary on like a Russian. It was like this guy. He like owned a nightclub.
nice.
So he was like a connection for like a lot of different like groups of people, you know. And he
Yeah,
was like helping this like Spanish cartel hook up with like the Russian army or mafia or something to get a submarine. He was like he couldn't really explain he didn't exactly explain like the connection of like how this worked, but
Yeah.
basically
Whoa, Siri, fuck. Yeah, he
these
didn't
like
answer the question.
these like Spanish guys were like looking for a sub, so he called this Russian connection. He just called it his Russian connection. He didn't clarify who it was, but he was like asked him. He wasn't expecting anything, but he asked him. He was like, "Could you maybe like get me a submarine?" The guy's like, "With or without missiles?" and and then I guess like they went. They like literally toured this like Russian military sub, and like the army was like there. I don't know, and you don't know if like the army like knew like who they were or why they were touring the submarine, but they
Yeah,
got to walk through it, and then we're given like a price of like I don't know, I think it was like 400,000 or something maybe. That doesn't sound right.
nice.
400 million. I'm not
Uh,
good with numbers.
yeah, 400 million
I,
sounds
I
more.
don't know how much a submarine is.
Depends when they were buying it.
Yeah,
In
this
the
I
in
think
the
it would have been
80s,
yeah, I think it would have been like the 70s or the 80s.
400,000 sounds about right then.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the number.
Today it would be
Oh
like
yeah.
40 million. Like a super yacht costs you like start around like 10 million used, but there's like $100 million yachts. So a $400 million submarine wouldn't be crazy. But if it was like before super inflation happened in the 80s and like you compound all the years since then, like it would
Yeah, man.
probably be about 400,000 then. Because rich people money, like we said about the billionaires, like it grows faster than our money. There's just if no one knows, like the goal is to get like 500,000 in savings, and then you can take that out and put it in private equity. But the problem with private equity is like you can't really get your money out for a long term. But it's like a hedge fund. Once you're an accredited investor, you can invest in hedge funds. So,
So
at
what you
least in
think it's
Canada,
so why can't you if you have less than that?
because that's Wall Street bets, brother.
That's Wall Street bets.
Yeah, you'll
Do
have
you do you,
Congress asking you questions.
do you,
Hey, how
do
do you
you
know how to buy and trade stock so good without being in a hedge fund?
yeah.
You're not a half millionaire yet. You don't have half a million dollars that you never need to see again. That you can grow into multi millions.
What can you
Over
like buy
100 million.
stocks in these companies? Like is there hedge fund stocks for the hedge
There's
fund?
potential. I'd have to look into that. But Warren Buffett, yeah, Berkshire Hathaway is one that you can buy, and it crushes. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I guess if they're public. Yeah,
Yeah,
wouldn't they just like always be going up a lot?
I think they are. Let's see about Berkshire Hathaway.
I feel like those would be good investments. Like that's where you want to put your money. They're cheating. So like why wouldn't you
Oh yeah, man. When I first saw Berkshire Hathaway a few years ago, it was like $180,000.
it's
Yeah. If you bought it in '94, it would be $17,000. Today it's $382,000.
oh, yeah, man. I'm buying that
So
next crash.
if you
Next
bought
crash,
it,
I'm putting all my money into them.
even if you bought it in 2009 when things were at the bottom, 90,000, or if you had it at the top, 140,000, you would have still had almost triple your money. But if you bought it at the bottom, you would have had 4 times your money.
True. What do you think, Jay? Do you think times are changing and now the retail investor is going to be the new market? You think these hedge funds are going to topple over in the next 10 years or
Well,
so?
the
Will
problem
the
is
retail investors become organized and
I don't think so. There's always money to be made in mergers and acquisitions. It just depends where. Like in tech, there's so many mergers and acquisitions to be had.
I don't
So
know what those mean.
so that
Like what
means a
does that mean?
company buying another company.
Why does that beat the retail investors though? Like
Because
if they're just
General
out
Electric and Apple want to buy stuff so that they no longer have to pay tax on bills, and they
or
get rid of the profits too. So like,
What
let's
does that
say,
have to do? I don't see these
so
things
let's
don't
say
have
Amazon
correlation.
could buy FedEx or UPS.
Okay.
Then they would never have to pay any of the fucking stuff that they pay to FedEx for profit or fees. It would all be cooked into
Yeah.
the company, and now they get goodwill, what it's called, on the books. But that's where your stock gains are, and that'll also, you just want to increase your revenue, period, and decrease your expenses. So buying another company like that, you're willing to overpay to get that company into your fold, because you're gonna, now you don't have to pay that expense at that same rate. For like, you get 20% off for 5 years, you're gonna pay an extra 100% to buy the company if you had to. You get that?
Well, what does this have
It's
to
a
do
math equation.
with what does it have to do with what I was
So
saying though?
I'm
Like
saying,
retail investors are I'm trying to say that like
I'm
random
saying,
people, large groups of random people are able to analyze the market a lot better than organized company that's
yeah, but
behind
it's,
a financial screen.
you would think, but the problem is, like, they could create some sort of issues with how these people communicate to each other, and so that's the problem. I think it could happen.
Right?
The future
Well,
is there.
that's
It
what I'm
could
trying to
exist where
say.
they can compete with these guys, but it's all
Yeah.
about everyone moving the same, and that's why billions, like, you can buy companies with billions, and now those profits become the returns, and those profits can be reinvested rather than you having to rely on the stock market going up and down. And you can also buy a company and, like, rip out a bunch of the expenses and resell the company to someone else that can fill in those expenses. So, like, let's say you have a company that's got a bunch of managers and another company has a bunch of managers. Some, you can find efficiencies in one way or another by
Are you
getting
just
rid
trying
of
to
some
say that
managers.
these companies like aren't going anywhere?
I'm saying,
Like
yeah, I'm
yeah,
saying
they're just like
exactly. I'm saying that Apple and GE have a lot of money to spend on buying other companies,
well, are
and
Apple and
little
GE
tech companies are going to
I
keep
don't
getting bought by them.
are they
Like,
stock companies? Like that's what I don't understand. They're just
yeah,
I thought those
they're
were tech
stocks.
companies. I
Yeah,
didn't think they were buying stocks and selling stocks.
no, but I'm saying that's part of it. But Warren Buffett can get better deals on stuff because of how much money he has. So for the opposite reason they buy things, he would buy things and then close a bunch of places to make more money, like Heinz. And he closed Heinz in Leamington and
He did that?
Huntsville. Yeah, that was
Why
him.
did he do that?
Or like, because
What a
they
piece of
weren't
shit.
making enough money and they streamlined they and paid less expenses elsewhere.
What a bastard.
Exactly. It's just a bunch of math to, like, fucking, how do we make the company make the most money possible?
Well, does that make the market better? What do you
No,
think,
it
Jay?
makes them, it's worse.
Why
But
is it worse? Should we kill
because
Warren
that's,
Buffett then? You think
no,
if we killed
it's
Warren Buffett,
it's worse
Heinz
for
factory would be
others.
opening?
It's worse
That
for
was
other
what you were
stakeholders,
saying though.
but it's best for the economy and the investor. So it could be better in, if you look at it that way. And that's the way that they look at it. And you might look at it that way, where, like, the more money that can be made, then that money can be spent on other resources.
What
So
other
if you,
resource?
like, let's say you want to
Hookers?
save the world, you want to create
Yeah.
the AIDS vaccine, because you're
Yeah.
like, man, look what they did with
Yeah,
COVID in a year. All we need is money, and we can figure out this AIDS vaccine thing. Like,
yeah. Oh
like a
wait,
few
no,
billion
let's not
dollars, few billion. Like,
say
if you got a few billion to blow, like, you can figure out the AIDS thing. So that's what Warren Buffett's saying, Mike. If you just invested your money in values and got better returns, you can use those, but you got to keep it invested as long as possible to get the maximum returns. But if you do end up selling, you're going to have a lot more resources to donate. But that
donate
doesn't
to
fix
who?
what's happening now.
Hookers?
So that's why it's fucked up. Also, to think that way.
Well, Jay,
Yeah.
not following you. Too high.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Basically, it's going to be hard for everyone to team up and buy companies the same way that Warren Buffett
I don't
can
know,
and these
man. You
hedge
don't
funds
think it's
can,
coming to a
because
peak though?
Well, here's the thing. They
How,
would
aren't
be.
these
Here's
tech
how it
companies
works.
fragile? I look at them as
So
fragile. They're house of cards, man. They've been
actually,
around for like 20 years. People
they
are
can,
calling for them to go public, like like electricity. This is like when
yeah,
electricity came out. It
yeah,
was private, and then a bunch of people were like, "Why is this private?"
yeah,
And now there's a bunch of communists, like those communists.
yeah,
AOC,
yeah.
those
AOC,
communists.
exactly.
They're like, we should
Who are
make it
making
a
tons of money
public
being a
service.
politician.
No, but certain social democrats are like, we should make
Yeah,
this a public service. Are these companies even going to exist? They're just
it's
gonna.
not wrong.
I think they're just gonna get rid of them all, and it's gonna be like a government organization.
The best thing the government could do is just streamline the tax service so they're not
Hero of
giving
the internet.
companies breaks. Like, make it just like 3% for everyone. There's no write-offs for anyone.
What does that even mean?
Like, because there's like, instead of like giving people write-offs and rebates, which they'd have to
Okay.
give to the poorest
You
people,
don't think those are good?
not for big companies, but a lot of people think they're not good for anyone, including poor people,
Yeah, I don't
which
like
is
those
crazy.
poor people. Well, fuck them.
Yeah, they're spending too much money anyways.
Yeah, exactly. They should have bought more food. Are you for UBI, Jay? Have you heard about this UBI?
It's kind of just I don't know. I think it's like a tax return. Like, I don't understand why UBI would need to exist. Just give people like, do it with taxes. They already have welfare.
Yeah, we only get taxes once a year, but
Yeah.
you get rid of welfare, and you let them keep it if they get a job. That way they won't just not have a job all the time.
I think they
That's the theory, at least.
I think
Playing devil's advocate here.
yeah, I think it works if it's based on an income scale for sure.
What kind of income scale? What do those words mean, Jay? You're saying shit that doesn't make any sense.
Like, how much like, have you heard how UBI works? Like,
Like,
you get
I don't know.
reverse return.
Probably works different ways for different people. Different strokes
Like,
for different
it'll
folks.
start out at X amount. Like, here's the poverty level. We're going to give you 20% more than that.
Who were you
and-
listening to? Whose theory was this?
This is just how it would work. Like, because
How?
how
Who
the test
who
pilot.
says who?
This is how the test pilot went in Thunder Bay.
What's a test pilot
Like, they tried this in a Canadian community.
in Thunder Bay? Okay.
Yeah. So
The
like,
Ontario government.
yeah, exactly. So like, we
Okay.
give you 36,000 a year, for a family, and that goes down by like a quarter for every dollar you make, until you get 36,000, then goes down half a dollar until it's gone. So like, by the time
What?
you're making 72,000 for a family, you don't get any UBI.
I don't understand that. What do you explain that again?
So like, if you're making nothing, you get $36,000. If you're making $18,000, they also give you like $20,000 or
See, that's
25,000. So
this is
you'd get more money. You'd get like $50,000 if you're only making $18,000. But the people that aren't working at all, they just get a bare minimum. And then once you're up to like 60,000 or 70,000, you're not getting anything extra. But like, if
See-
you're making 40,000, you get like $10,000.
that's
So
that. If that's what they did there,
yeah.
that's one way to do it. But
So it kind of made, I don't know how it worked, but it made it like fair, but also not fair. Like, fair pay, basically. Like, the more you worked, the more you got paid, period. And you didn't lose all of your UBI. So it didn't like encourage you. It basically encouraged you to work part-time if you're a lazy prick and wanted to, made it the system easier to fuck.
yeah, well, like what I've heard from, like, I think this is what Andrew Yang down the States, the Chinese guy that ran for president. Or I don't know if he's Chinese. That was racist. That was
Yeah.
racist to say.
Asian guy.
Asian guy. The Asian guy that ran for the Asian
China
guy
man.
that ran for president. What's his name? Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
He fucking shit. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah,
UBI.
he was big proponent of UBI, The way it was explained with him though is like it's just the same rate. Everyone gets a rate. Doesn't matter who you are, what's going on. You get the base rate for your money. Just
Yeah.
like everyone gets like a $700 check or something, or like whatever the number is. You know, just like a month. Everyone gets like a monthly your base, and that's just like you're like it's just supposed to be for everyone should be able to like not die on this money every month, you
Nice.
know? And then if you get a job and you work, like that's good for you, you know?
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
do whatever. You just get this base amount.
That makes sense, but it also just sounds like you're gonna ruin it for the poorest people because you're giving all these other people money that don't need it. Just like in the other UBI system as well. Like
Why don't they need it?
they
Why are you
need
being so
financial
selfish?
advice also. Like
Why
you
are you
can't
being so
just give
selfish?
people money and not give them financial advice
Yeah.
because they're gonna
Why is
just
that?
because of it'll create inflation on like the
Do you think
necessities.
everyone should just get financial advice?
Even if they do get
You think
financial
that's what's
advice,
important?
no. I think for
Should
a
everyone
lot
get
of
free
people,
financial advice?
I
Should
think
everyone be given a personal banker that explains them and
well,
walks them through how to do everything
no,
and like
scrap all
holds
that,
their
scrap all that,
hand
scrap all that.
and spits food in their mouth?
Here's what you need. Like it's you don't need any financial advice. You need like you get your rent subsidized. Here's a credit card that only works at grocery stores and Dollarama, or
Well, what about the corner stores? You're gonna cut out the corner stores?
yeah,
What are you against small business?
yeah.
You sound like you're against small business because
Well,
this is a
here's the
credit card.
thing. If you
Oh, you want
buy,
all
if you
poor people shopping at only Walmart and Dollarama. You're
well,
an ass.
no, they can shop other places, but they need to submit an itemized receipt so we can make sure everything's good. And this is a make work project where you have people reviewing the receipts, or you get AI to do it eventually, and that keeps it in check. Because well, I think you should also get a certain allowance too, like a small amount though, like a few $100s, not a few
Like
$1,000s.
$50.
Yeah, maybe $50 a week,
Should we start with 50
like
and
you
then
should
like
get
if
enough
you
to
clean your room
go
you get 150 or
like
something?
maybe the card also works at the movie theater and restaurants too. So like if you
Oh,
don't
they get to
if
watch
you're not,
movies now? You want peasants at your theater?
it works at any restaurant.
I guess any normal person has a home theater. You
Yeah,
know, like
exactly. Billionaires, whatever billionaires have, that's what everyone gets. You got to people have chef in their house. Well, it works at any restaurant. Like you just put this on the government, and then they don't need, you don't even need to give them the allowance, because the allowance is kind of like also kind of biased. Like if I get $300 allowance, well, if I work, I make like a couple $1 million a year as a CEO. Like
yeah.
300 bucks doesn't isn't much for going out for him. Like he can't even fucking get a ride somewhere for less than $300 because he's got to pay for the Uber Black or have his own driver all the time. So when you think about it that way, like yeah, maybe all transportation's free, all housing shelters free,
Yeah.
all food is free, and you
And how
certain
are you gonna pay
entertainment
for
is
that,
free.
Jay?
All
How are
streaming
you paying?
services and movies are free. What do you mean?
How are you
That's
paying for that?
government.
The government.
That's
You sound like
UBI.
a communist.
That's
You
UBI.
sound like a cop. See, you're for UBI. That was
No,
my original question. That's why we were
no,
starting
but
talking
you
about.
you get rid of
You
the
sound like a communist, though.
well, I don't know. Maybe once you start making a certain amount of money, you cut that shit off.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Now you want
There,
to do
that's
like
how
they
it
did
goes.
up in Thunder Bay.
That's
I
how
heard
it
that didn't work too well.
I think it would work well with my thing, where it's like you can't just
If
get
you did it,
36,000 to spend on alcohol and crack cocaine and fucking whack shit.
I think they should be allowed to buy alcohol and crack cocaine.
I don't.
See, I'm for
I
people
think.
wasting their UBI
Well, that's
because then it's really their fault. It's really their fucking
yeah,
fault.
you're like natural selection, Todd. I'm trying to keep everyone alive.
No, I'm not about it. I think
Well,
like
yeah. I think my thing would work, and maybe maybe you give them a little cash on top, and you give that to
yeah,
everybody.
we
You
should
give a
run
little
this.
cash on top to everybody.
When are we gonna be president? We should run this world.
Yeah, remember food stamps? Like that's a good thing. It's just degrading. Like it has to be like just a
Yeah.
standard MasterCard you can get from any bank.
I don't know.
Like
I
you
don't
just
really
apply to
understand food
MasterCard,
stamps, or
and
like
they
I've never used them and I don't understand them.
yeah
I just like starved to death and didn't eat for weeks
yeah.
because I didn't get it.
Don't want to go
No,
to a food bank either.
I don't know how those work. What happens? Like, are they actual stamps? Is it like a?
I don't know exactly how it works. It's something in the U.S., but yeah, basically it's like
Oh,
some sort of weird coupon.
they don't have that here.
I don't think
Oh.
so, as far as I know.
Hmm.
But yeah, they should do it, or at least maybe they could start this way: tax off,
Yeah.
tax off for everything. There's no more tax now. How does that work with instead of UBI?
See, I think we're coddling people too much. I'm more
Yeah.
just like
That's why I'm like, give them the
like I don't
necessities.
understand. Like we're so soft, you know. There was a time when people didn't live in houses. We should go back to like
Yeah.
that's the base, you
That-
know.
Well, the
Build a
problem is
campfire.
there's
Live
all the
outside.
other lands government owned, so like you'd have to let them just go out into Algonquin and survive.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's cool. I mean, maybe
Like
not
make it.
Algonquin because that's a good tourist
You can
destination,
make
but
it.
like northern Canada,
Well,
Ontario for sure.
why don't you just pitch a tent down the street or in a
Just
park?
you drive them up to Thunder
What the
Bay or
fuck?
Wawa or
What's the big
Manitoba, you
deal?
just drop them off, and you're like the two guys that shot that guy and stole his car. You can survive. No cops are going to be looking for you, so it'll be easy.
Why are you dropping it off in the middle of nowhere? You can drop
Because
off in a
like
small
you
town.
said,
How come homeless people never go to small towns? They're always trying to live in big cities. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
yeah.
You know, in a small town, someone might actually like give you a job, and
I
like if you hang out there long enough, if you're always just like at the gas station, you'll eventually get to know everyone.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
thinking it would be like
entrepreneurs.
if you drop them off in the forest or whatever, they can just build themselves a house and live, and they can own whatever property
Well, that's
they
stupid. How are they supposed to
care.
build a house? They're dumb.
You
That's
give
why
them
they're.
the axe and you give them.
Now you're
and they
being
let 'em
condescending.
go.
I told him to pitch 10 and make some friends. Building the house, you're just being a dick. Hey
Well-
man, why don't you build a house?
You give them a gun
Like-
to shoot animals or
Oh
whatever they
yeah,
want to shoot.
just a gun, no bullets. You should be able to figure that
So
out.
one bullet.
Why not single bullet? It's made of silver,
You're
so it's
allowed
really good.
You're allowed one, so you got to learn how to kill animals other ways, but you
Yeah.
get one for free.
Just
You can decide how you want to use it.
don't lose it. Yeah,
No axe either, just a gun with one bullet.
just a gun with one bullet. Handgun. It's not even for hunting.
Yeah.
It's just a revolver.
Yeah, a Glock.
What were we talking about? UBI, right?
Yeah, UBI. So yeah, I think it would work better if they just, helped people get the necessities covered, and then gave them a little bit on top of that.
Yeah, I'm still not for it. I
Yeah.
think we should only help people who are like children. You
But
know,
like,
after
there's
you're,
also
like,
so
20,
many government
18,
services you pay for.
25, somewhere
Yeah.
in there. You're on your own.
Yeah. Like, why do you have to pay to get a license? Like, that's some bullshit. Like, you're 16 years old.
Yeah.
Like you said,
I
and
know.
if you're older than that, like, damn, that sucks. Like, maybe if you're transferring a license from another province or a country, like, charge those people. But brand new guys, don't charge them. That would be sick
But
UBI,
doesn't
right?
that pay for like all the bureaucrats to make sure the police can keep track of you?
Yeah, it's a make work
what that
job.
money
It's
is?
so it pays for all the drive test centers.
You don't
that
think
are-
that's necessary?
Yeah, I think drive tests are definitely necessary.
Well, then what are you being a dick for?
We pay taxes on shit. That's what UBI is, I'm saying. It's just a way that something we pay taxes for that they want to give
Oh,
away.
yeah.
It's like a fucking look at me, I'm cool. Like, instead of fixing up the hospitals, I'm gonna give you some money. Like, you
Yeah,
still
man.
gotta wait 7 hours if you get hurt though. or if you get a cold, you don't have a family doctor anywhere unless you live in the GTA. Like,
Well, what are they supposed to do, Jay? Just like fix it? Like with what
yeah,
money?
put
How's
that
that
money
work?
towards
I don't
other
understand.
things.
Do,
Like,
do they
it's
just
just
have
like the
access
government wants
to
to do
unlimited money?
everything, like you're saying. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
just let them try to do everything, and if they fuck it up, they lose it.
Yeah.
Like, that's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. Let's let them just
Yeah, I don't know.
let the poor people get the things they need for free, and maybe give them a little bit of money for crack cocaine, not $36,000.
Well, first we got to start selling them crack cocaine,
Yeah,
and then maybe we can afford this UBI shit. You know,
that's true.
we got to start selling them the drugs. We got to
Yeah,
get these drugs on the streets.
yeah.
This is what I'm trying to
They got to be
trying to say.
like
This is why we started the podcast. This is
American
what it's
Gangster.
all about.
American Gangster to throw
Selling-
turkeys out of the back of the U-Haul truck
Yeah,
instead of spreading COVID among the masses
I didn't watch
in a
that
lab
movie.
in China.
Yeah.
But yeah, more free food I think would definitely be sick for everyone. But you want to know what? There's some crazy news I have to share right now. Actually, I don't.
Yeah.
It's a pretty crazy video I watched. Let me just get this on full screen.
Holy.
Yeah, if you're not on the YouTube right now, you're missing out.
You're missing out. Right now, there's a
IGTV coming
bear.
back soon.
There's this bear, just like it's flying through the woods.
Oh,
Holy fuck!
oh, holy my!
That was a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's the biggest shit I've ever seen. Man, I spotted a bear, but never like that, man.
Never like that. I'm glad I seen that clip.
Yeah,
That just made my day.
that bear is money. But yeah,
So funny.
I don't know. I think the systems they got going work. If they want to put them into one thing, make it easier, sweet. If they want to add more, well, let the people vote on it. Don't just fucking change it.
Why are we letting people vote? That shit's a waste of money.
Yeah, we should just let billionaires and companies vote.
Yeah. Or burn them to
Employees
the
should
ground.
vote for things, and their company should decide whether it's a good idea or not.
Let's
Like,
burn
you
them
vote to
down.
your employer, but your employer also submits one ballot for everyone's votes. So they get to decide, like, oh yeah, who's the best? And then if
Yeah.
you're not employed, you don't get to vote. Like, your vote is just based on how much tax you pay. So all these fucking companies that pay no tax, anyone that holds shares in them doesn't get to vote.
That sounds fair to me.
Yeah, exactly. I think it should go that way.
What do you think we should do about this then, Jay? If they're not paying their taxes, do we go to the Virginia Islands? We go steal the money, take it back.
Yeah, we pay those Somali pirates to go get the money, and we hope they bring it back.
That'd be a good plan. I
And
like
if they
this
don't
plan.
bring it back, like, hopefully we don't have pirates on our hands anymore.
I don't get it though. The money's digital, and like, how do you hide money in the Cayman Islands? Like, it's just like numbers. Why don't we just call the Cayman Islands and be like, look, those numbers aren't there anymore. They're now here in this bank.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
paying taxes with them.
Why don't we just like get one of those nerds to fucking hack them?
Yeah.
And, like, hold up
What's that all about?
all their software for that amount of money in Bitcoin.
Like, seriously, what is all this money going into the NSA for? If fucking Walmart, the Walmart fucking family can hide money in a computer.
Yeah.
They
And the
don't even have to
CIA
put it in a
can't
mattress or
get a
anything.
hacker
They
to
put it in
steal
a
it.
computer.
Instead, the CIA's got to let the Chinese and Russian government steal all of our information through Equifax.
Instead
And
they're
their own
stealing
system,
it.
CRA. Like, what the hell? It could be
What
just
is
a
going
random
on?
dude too. Like, there was this
Yeah.
crazy story.
Just a
If
smart guy.
y'all knew about it, it's wild. There was this massive Yahoo hack, and it turned out it was some fucking teenager in like Hamilton, Ontario, that just was connected to like Eastern Europe through like his parents and talking to people on the internet. So like somehow the Russians were paying him to do like individual hacks, and then like kind of the same way the Saudis targeted just Jeff Bezos' phone. And then they got him to start doing some mass hacks. So yeah, and he ended up getting tons of time in prison for it instead of the Russians that were telling him what to do. So everyone's got operatives. Everyone's got subcontractors.
How do they know it was the Russians?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he's telling the truth or some bullshit, but
it sounds like a CIA cover-up.
It might not be Russian like government. It could just be Russian folks or like fake people saying they were from Russia, but they're really from China. Or like Thailand.
They're really
Bangkok.
Ukrainian Mexicans.
Yeah. Yeah, they're actually Ron Paul's family. The ones that Rand Paul's family are still in Mexico. The Mexican Mormons. Mormons are rich as fuck, yo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a crazy ass documentary also on Netflix about the Mormons. But they blew their wad and told you everything in the second episode, so I fell asleep in the third one.
It's crazy the amount of fucking like just millionaires are here on the island. Like lobster, it's made people just fucking like millionaires. And I hear a lot of people. This is rumors going around. A lot of people saved up all their cocaine money and then bought lobster gear. It's like $1 million to buy lobster gear.
Yeah.
But once you buy it, you're just like you're set. And then you're rich.
Nice. But so you got to get the bank to finance a certain amount of stuff to get your lobster boat.
I guess. So usually that's why most people
like
get fucked over.
Like 20% down and some collateral.
That's why most people get like fucked over, because and then you're paying that over, and these guys aren't really like good at math or like getting a good interest rate and stuff. Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But and then there's the people who already owned it and fucking have been doing this. All they're doing is just like they've been doing this for years. They just buy a second one,
Yeah.
They're making money, and now they have two. They give one to their son, and then their second son.
Yeah. Now but the thing is too, though, if you got a lobster boat paid off, you can finance it and the next lobster boat and get a third one or a fourth one. So like you're saying, you could quickly, if you pay one off, buy two more. And then like you're saying, if you had the cash flow long enough, you know what you're doing, and you're bringing out 3 lobster boats, you're gonna get 3 times the haul.
Yeah. It's crazy though. Some of these people you meet, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Your house is way nicer than you.
Yeah. That's wild. But awesome. You would think they'd like clean up for the winter.
No, I'm just being a dick.
Like that's what I do. Like right at the end of the season, get a fresh cut and shave the beard off and then start it over again.
Yeah, man, you can't clean off like handicap though.
Yeah, true.
You can't clean off beatings on the side of the face.
Oh yeah. Exactly. That's the problem. When your dad's a drunk lobster boat driver, he might give you a lobster boat, but it'll also bottle you as a child.
You can't wash away alcoholism, Jason.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't be so condescending. You're just like one of those fucking uppity down nose looking people,
Nah, I'm just a dumbass, man. I think
it's like, hey, I'm like, why don't they just like take a shower and
I'm
shave?
more like
I don't know if they've been an alcoholic for 20 years. You do?
Yeah. You ever heard of Goofy movie? Like I'm just Goofy. I'm Goofy from like Disney. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I'm just a dumbass and I say dumb. I'm like Homer Simpson.
Don't say things like that.
No, that's what I'm thinking though.
That's not a good thing, Jason.
That's also not a good thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I don't know anything.
You don't know nothing. You're just a fucking tool bag. You're just fucking tool.
I can't call myself a dumbass. I'm just a tool bag.
I don't know. I'm being mean this episode. It's been a mean Todd episode.
Yeah, that's what happens when
came in hot.
Up late.
Keep me up late. I'm late.
Yeah. You're mean like Kid Cudi, Todd.
Moving.
Kid Cudi is pissed off right now too.
You mean too? Why? What did
Yeah.
he do?
Cause Tik Toks took his day and night lyrics, and it's like, now look at this, and then they'll like whip their dick out or their butthole or like show you a moldy cheesecake or someone getting hit by a bus.
That's his fault. What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He made those
He made
song
a
lyrics,
sick ass fucking song with those lyrics.
and he's mad that people are using it to do something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, hopefully he's getting paid for it. But it says, I don't fuck with what they did to my song on TikTok, taking out the lyrics. We live in a strange time. I'm not flattered. And then he followed up in
What a
response to a follower
crybaby.
who said it's not that deep. I don't think I'm making it deep by tweeting how I feel. Now, if I was ranting, that's another thing. Nothing wrong with me stating I don't approve. Plus, if you are such a fan, you know my lyrics are most important to me. I'm passionate about my shit, so I don't care who has a problem with that.
I got a problem with that, and I'm more important than Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Facts. It's facts.
Exactly. If you didn't want your
Therapdrugspod's bigger.
if you didn't want your music on TikTok, you should have bought your masters. with all
Nah,
your
I
money.
don't care. He could be upset about it if he
Like it's
wants.
like Taylor Swift being upset about her fucking masters
just-
getting sold.
I think it's silly.
It's like if you got the money to buy it, like shut up. And if
Yeah.
you don't have the money to buy it, what you messed up on your contract. You got
Yeah, what are you
Bill
doing?
Gates to buy a music producer. Way to go.
Yeah, exactly. People are just crybabies because they're not winning. They're not winning as much as they want to be winning or could have won. They realized maybe.
So the
They really-
vaccine has to be tracking
Yeah.
them and it's killing them and giving them autism. Or what were you gonna say?
Did you put up a graph or something? What's going on here?
No, it's just a trippy graphic
Oh,
album.
I thought you were gonna show us start pointing out pie chart or something. I was like, what the fuck
No.
happened?
Yeah. 40% of people are gay. 60% of our fans are retards. 100% of them are gay retards. Those numbers might be off a little bit. But they're all high on drugs for sure.
They're all high on
160%
sure
are high
of.
on drugs.
Of what kind we would never know.
Yeah, exactly. Mixed multi-drug use. It's
Multi-drug.
well, mostly synthetic drugs that don't show up on a test, but also
Right.
some other shit too. But yeah, I'm gonna have some stories soon. I think
What kind of stories? Like
About drugs.
vicarious, like kind of homosexual stories.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Like I'm gonna test out this new app. There's a field trip offers supervising clinic experiences to treat some mental illness. But if you want to keep your social distance, an app to stay and watch could be the next best thing. So it's just some app you can download. I don't know if there's like a accidental way to call them and then it
Sounds
costs you a bunch
fake.
of money or what.
sounds fake.
Yeah.
Wait, how does it work?
It's a real thing. So it's just like a kind of got like some guide type of stuff, you know? Like if you were going to set up a trip to trip alone, you'd get like some different kind of musics or maybe some sounds, some nature.
Wait, what drugs are you
stories.
taking?
Just mushrooms. It's saying for a psilocybin trip. So yeah, with that app, it does like that basically. Like gives you like meditation type of things or sounds or whatever.
Yeah.
Just little things to trip out on but calm down on or change your vibe.
Sounds pretty lame.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you
Yeah.
got Netflix, that works too.
I hope that works for you, Jay.
Just watch Planet Earth, maybe. You know?
Yeah. I just take all my clothes off and run through the woods. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, hard to do that when you don't live by the woods.
Oh, you don't have any woods nearby. See,
I'll just
Fuck
take all my
that.
clothes off and go on public transit.
Yeah. Really, it's the same thing. Like, no one's gonna say anything.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like, oh, there's a
As long as I
naked
have a
guy.
mask on.
So, yeah, that's what'll happen. Otherwise, call the police. They'll
Yeah.
come up and like a mask at you.
I'll just be naked.
Put
sitting
this on,
there.
sir. You're
I'll
gonna
have
get
a
someone
mask.
coming.
I'll have a mask
You're-
around my cock and balls and also on my face.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you'd let a woman wear this. I'm doing this for Men's Day. November 19th, International Men's Day.
It's for men's rights.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Men's Day? The day about men and boys?
Men and boys. That always sounds so like pedophile. Like it's men and boys.
Yeah. It's some
Like,
Australian
boys and
thing.
Girls sounds all right, but men and boys.
I think it was created because of like November for like prostate cancer. But they're
Oh, yeah.
also like, this is about the men and boys. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And that was Jeffrey Epstein's favorite day, November 19th.
Was it?
Yeah. Because he's,
It was
I don't know,
pretty
he's kind of not an incel. Like, who would be an incel? There's no incel politicians. Like, if a politician ran on an incel platform, I'd vote for him.
Well, yeah, because you have to be married, right? Don't
Yeah,
you have to be,
or
a
like-
married Christian.
Or like banging.
Don't you like? Why is there single?
I don't know, AOC.
Yeah, but she's like a communist.
Is she an
so
incel?
She's. I don't know. Can women be incels? Are they allowed?
I don't think so.
You don't
But
think
yeah.
so? They're not allowed, Jason.
Involuntary celibate?
Involuntary.
I don't think. I think. Yeah, there has to be incel women out there for sure. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
If there's incel men, there's incel women, and there's incel Chinese people, and there's incel white people, and there's
Mostly
incel Asians, and there's incel blacks, and
Yeah.
there's incel African Americans.
What was the
Wait,
question? What were we-
is there incel women?
No, before that. That was my question.
Oh,
It
why
was-
is there no
it was a
incel
different one.
politicians?
Oh. And our conclusion was AOC is one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah,
think we came to that
Yeah,
conclusion.
I think that's what we're getting at.
That's pretty cool.
Probably.
Or asexual.
I mean, from what I heard, she like lied about being poor. So
nice.
I mean, she probably doesn't have any friends.
Maybe she actually has
But
like a husband also.
Definitely
She's
true.
just
I
lying
seen it on
about
Fox
that.
News.
You know, she
Yeah.
actually has like a family and a husband, but she's just lying to get voted in.
Did you hear about?
Like she visits them on
Cuomo?
weekends. They live in an
Did
underground.
you hear about
Cuomo?
Cuomo?
Cuomo's banging.
Cuomo?
Not actually banging though, but he's trying to bang.
He's trying to bang. He's
Yeah.
doing old man flirts with ladies.
Yeah, if you don't know about the Cuomo story, I recommend you listen to like last week's Cumtown episode or the one before that. I don't know. They went all deep into it and read like what the women said and
They were
everything.
good. Oh yeah,
And it's awesome.
that's crazy.
And they
Yeah.
were like blasting people for being Cuomo-sexuals.
What's a Cuomo sexual? Is that like being into him?
Yeah,
Even
that
though
was
he's
like gay
that's-
people that were like, "Oh, I'd bang Cuomo because he's rocks," when really he
Nice.
was, and like women, when really he was like killing all the old people in the nursing homes.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah. Well,
everyone else.
he was killing old people.
Yeah.
Did he do it on purpose? Was it intentional?
I
Was
don't
that-
think so. Like maybe it's an intentional thing because these like
Was
state
there
run nursing homes are,
leaked memo?
you know, you
that said
pay,
that?
you have to pay per person. Like it's like UBI for old people that don't have somewhere else to go. So like maybe they were trying to save a few bucks.
Yeah.
Goodwill, they
He was
call
trying
it.
to save tax money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was looking out for the taxpayers. He was trying to bang his fucking interns
Yeah.
because they look
He was
horny.
Yeah.
It's not his fault they looked horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah,
It
man.
was his fault. He's a creep. But you gotta respect the guy
that's
for
fun.
trying.
He's putting on the
He
moves.
didn't like
he's the
Crystalia
man.
them, as far as I know. But he did try to kiss them, which was very inappropriate for working together.
Yeah. Crystalia's back, eh? Did you know that?
He's donking on people, man. Everyone loves that he's back.
What's donking?
Getting 5-star reviews on Apple Pods and getting
Oh, is he? Yeah.
getting gassed up in his comments on YouTube instead of trashed.
Yeah. People are pretty excited. Yeah. Well, I don't think people are buying the stories
Come Down also covers that.
as they came out.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter that it's true or false. Crystalia is just like a comedian that yells.
So it's fine. If you yell, it's good.
And
Is that
yeah.
why you think Bill Burr's not getting into any shit?
Well, Bill Burr
Why did
also
he
yells,
host the
but he's pretty
Grammys?
good. He's always getting into trouble.
Why was he hosting the Grammys?
Yeah, why did he even take that
I
award?
was like, what the
I
fuck?
think the Grammys were into that. No,
I feel like he's
presenting an
intentionally
award.
like, oh, he was just doing one award.
Yeah, the Latin.
Well, he did a whole segment. He did the whole Latin segment.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would he go there at all?
Yeah.
He did. Well, he did at least like a few. I seen him do like a few.
Nice.
But like, why would he be at the Grammys? Like Bill Burr? That's like it's
Getting
Tim
paid.
Dillon gonna do. You imagine Tim Dillon doing that?
Oh yeah, he would do it to get paid though. Imagine if they asked Tim Dillon to do it, he would do it. But if they wanted to,
I guess they would do it.
Change his jokes, they wouldn't do it.
It just seems like he's
That's
intentionally
why
going
Bill
out
Burr
and, like
do it.
just doing all these like crazy jobs all at once, and just like trying to bang them off. Like he just did Saturday Night Live not too long ago.
Yeah.
Now he's hitting the Grammys.
Oh yeah, they're rolling him out every few months to fucking slam women.
He's like, I'm just gonna keep hitting as many as I can, and then before they can catch on and ban me.
Yeah. I think he's funny, but he needs to like slam the men as well. But that's the thing. You gotta understand it's jokes.
You think he's just slamming women, Jay? You obviously don't watch.
No, I'm kidding. But that's why people get irked up. Like, because he'll say a joke about one thing when it's really about all white liberals. But he's a white guy, so that's what makes it funnier that it's coming out of his mouth.
Sure.
You got to understand the subtle nuances. He's also got a black wife, so none of this stuff's anything.
That doesn't matter. None of that matters.
Yeah. So, no, I'm saying, like, how could you be a racist?
Stop talking about how you want to bang Bill Burr's wife, Jason. You're racist.
You're putting words in my mouth now, Toke.
Yeah. No, I'm reading.
I don't not want to, but
you know it. Yeah.
But it's not like I would do it if she asked.
Oh yeah, I was listening to one.
Also, want to rap on Bill Burr, honor to Bill Burr. Like, you guys do your thing.
I was listening to one of his podcast episodes where they were doing a Q&A. Yeah. When the question was like asking about this guy was in an interracial relationship. He was asking Bill Burr for like help in his relationship. Nice. Bill Burr was like, "What I marry a black woman, now I'm like the what's it called, the like guru for all interracial couples." Like, nice. Yeah,
that's wild.
It was a funny episode. Bill Burr's a funny guy.
Oh yeah, the Q&As are great. I like the Thursday episodes because it's like a quick 30 minutes. Like, you just shut it off when the ads start. And
yeah,
if you need that. But yeah, the Monday ones are, if you got an hour, why not pump out a Bill Burr podcast?
I like him. I just sometimes he gets into the sports too much. I'm like, I don't know, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's during football season.
Yeah.
He's always talking about football during football season.
Yeah, gets right into it.
But yeah, also during playoffs of basketball and hockey. Yeah. He gets into that too. The playoffs. The playoffs. The Super Bowl. Sunday football.
Oh yeah, man. That's a great Bill Burr accent.
Oh yeah. It's got a voice crack a little bit. Unlike Bill Burr.
Proud of that. You should send that in to him. See what he says.
Hey, Billy Blue Balls. That's the best part about his questions. Everyone's nicknames for him.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy Fuckface. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you should invest your money in, Bitcoin or a house or the stock market or.
Why are you giving people investment advice?
I'm not. This is not investment advice. I was making sure of that. Making sure people knew that after the content we talked about earlier about mergers and acquisitions and corporations and where to invest your money and everything like that. Probably
Yeah.
should have put that at the front of the episode, but in case you're listening, SEC or CIA or FBI, who's going to tell them? It's here. Here's the disclaimer. But yeah, I think it's time to roll out.
Yeah, let's head
I
out.
gotta eat dinner. I don't think people want to hear people eating on the pod. Although Cumtown does that and it's pretty funny. So
Yeah.
next pod maybe I'll be eating something fucking crunchy and then like maybe some noodles. You know, we'll get a few different sound ASMR in there for you next Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Along with some trip stories maybe.
Right on.
And whatever else the fuck we want to talk about.
Yeah, man.
But hit that motherfucking subscribe.
Yeah.
Send some money to paypal.me/rapdrugs if you're too pussy to give it to a homeless man and you need us to do it for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, follow us on IG. We'll catch that up soon. If not, sharing some decent stories when they're good and sending some notes in the stories. Follow us on Twitter. I'll let you know there we were being late also. And yeah, I don't think we're anywhere else anymore. So YouTube if you can, but they're gonna ban us. They're gonna keep shutting us down. And so complain to your local government about YouTube censoring the internet.
Call your
It
mayor.
should be a public service. UBI. Free YouTube premium for everyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.